always assume you're being distracted. And there's one side of the coin that's the institutions, the organizations that want to capture your attention. They want to distract you away from doing your own thing. And we're talking about the media, we're talking about governments, we're even talking about people that you might follow on social media, the influencers and the gurus. And that's perfectly valid, you know, that people want to get you into their mold, to get you doing their thing, to get you believing what they want you to believe. And this is something that I've been thinking about for the last few days. Well, why are they so hell-bent on getting you to believe a particular worldview, get you into a particular frame of mind? Well, I think actually a lot of it, and we have the technology to do this now, a lot of it is actually they don't necessarily fully believe in what they're doing. So they want to get other people on side so it feels more valid. And we have the ability to create these communities online, but this is the big but. It can be enormously destructive when people believe that they know all of the answers and haven't had the humility, haven't been willing to stop and say, could this just be my ego wanting to control things? That people will blindly follow those, and you get a huge amount of energy around something that actually can be enormously destructive. Now, this is all one side of the coin, the institutions and the people. But I believe a lot of people miss this, and maybe you are as well, that there are your motivations, there are your emotions. And I believe that a lot of people, and I hear this, maybe I'm second guessing, maybe I'm perfectly willing to hold my hands up and say I'm not correct, but I believe a lot of people are resented, are motivated by resentment. You know, a lot of people are very, very angry, and understandably, things in the world are very, very chaotic. And the thing is, they always have been. They always have been. It's not a new thing. But do you know what I've started to do? And I felt a lot more powerful in doing this. Well, I've always had the idea, you know, the maxim in my mind of wherever I am there. Wherever you are, be there. Be present. Don't allow yourself to get drawn in by anger, because I don't believe that anything is solved, motivated by anger. I just don't. And I don't think I ever will. You have to acknowledge the things that have happened to you in your past, and you have to come to terms with them. You don't want to be living with ghosts, but I do believe that wherever you are, look at what's immediately in front of you. How can you deal with that will actually put you in a far calmer and a far more rational position so that you can deal with the greater challenges of life? And it's not an easy thing to do, because especially today, we've never had such wide and prolific access to information, to other people, and there are huge benefits in it, but there are great dangers. That I've been subject to this in my past, where I've heard something, and because it chimes true, that I've just, gone with it, not questioning it, not examining it, not being in a rush. And this is the other thing that I'm coming to terms with. It's powerful. Is rush and hurry and haste are not speed, and they're not progress. I think a lot of people can, just like people can mistake busyness for productivity, you've got to be discerning. You need to be able to distinguish between these different states. And the world is so frenetic and fast-paced that it is easy to get drawn in by it. But what I want you to focus on doing to make you as powerful and as peaceful as possible is to actually focus solely on what it is that you can do in your life. And as much as possible, listen and learn to people, but don't allow yourself to be drawn in and be taken from the path where you can be the most useful that you can be.